Welcome back to the Migration Hub. This is an optional video and we will be covering how to turn standard complexity data into simple complexity data. This video should only be viewed if you have done the data assessment in a previous video and have determined that you currently have data that falls in the standard category and you would like to change it to the simple category data so that you can use a simpler process to import your items into Shopify. Let's jump right into it. Here is the standard complexity file that we were looking at before. To turn this into simple complexity data, we need to combine the product title text with any available product option text. To do this, we can use sheet formulas to help us. Let's add a column beside our current product titles so that we can write the formulas and produce the new product titles in the simple format in a new column. To do that, I'll right-click on the current product title column and insert one column to the left. And then I'll add a column header before we start. From here, there are two formulas that will essentially do the same thing for us. The first option is simply using the ampersand in a formula to combine text from multiple cells. I'll write an example of this formula for the first product here. First, I will click on the cell that's beside the current product title. You'll always start a formula with the equal sign. And what you can do is click on the cell that you would like to combine, connect it with the ampersand or and sign from your keyboard, and then you can click on the next cell that you would like to combine with that previous piece of text. And after I hit enter, you'll see that the two pieces of text have now been combined. This sheet editor has options to autofill the formula all the way down the column, but for our example here, we'll reject the suggestion. There's still some work to do on the formula. Now, with our first example product with the formula here, you'll notice that there isn't a space or a separation between the word shirt and the option small. We'll want to adjust the formula to change that. To adjust any formulas that have already been written, double-click on the cell that it appears in. For this particular example, we want to add some plain text between D2 and E2 so that there is a space or separator between them. To do this, you can put any plain text in quotes and add another ampersand, and it will add it to the formula. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll put a quote, a space, a hyphen or a dash, another space, and then end the quote. I'll add another ampersand, and after I hit enter, you'll see that the result has changed. We can click on the formula and drag and drop it down any cells that need the same formula applied to it. You will notice that with the plain t-shirt product, there is more than just the size that needs to be added to the product title. For this particular item, there is also a color. So again, we have to double click on that cell to adjust the formula, add another ampersand. We'll add some more plain text to have that space and separator. I'll add another ampersand and click on the cell that needs to be added. I'll hit enter again. And as you can see, it has been added to the end. I'll give that cell another single click, and I can drag and drop that down to the cells that need the same adjustments. Another formula that will perform a similar function is called concatenate. To learn more about the concatenate function, you can do a quick Google search for it, and you'll find this page. On this page, you'll see that the concatenate function is used to append strings to one another, but instead of using ampersands, it uses brackets and commas to separate any cells of data that you need to combine together. To see this in action, let's go back to our spreadsheet. We can start by double-clicking the cell beside teacup. Start with an equal sign, then type out concatenate. We'll put an opening bracket and then click on the first cell of data holding text that we need to combine and follow it with a comma. Again, we want to add the spaces and the separator in, so we'll start with a quote, space, hyphen, space, end the quote, and follow that with another comma. Click on the next field of data we want to combine, and now we can close the bracket and hit enter. As you can see, we were able to achieve the same results using the concatenate formula. And that brings us to the end of this tutorial. As always, you can find information on your next steps below the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.